today it's an absolute pleasure to be able to share with you some of the highlights of our year working with the School Workers Trust. We want to say a massive thank you to Hetty and the team for the help that they gave us in preparing for our performance at Sumfest.
It was the best.
I like Sumfest because it's really fun. Couldn't stop talking about it.
I think I like Soul Children the most.
It genuinely was one of the highlights of my career, seeing our children performing to their town, sharing the message of the gospel was just a sensational feeling. And the feedback from parents and the people that know us afterwards just really shows that God moves through our children with the help of the School Workers Trust.
Right, good morning children, welcome to Scroogetown Primary School. Today's story is about a girl called Matilda. If we are sitting patiently, ready to learn today, Matilda may just come and join us.
Tails?
Yes, Mr. Trunchbubble, sir.
Are you a pig, Amanda?
No, Mr. Trunchbubble.
Do I allow pigs in my school?
My mummy thinks they're sweet.
Your mommy is a twit. Cut those off before tomorrow, or I'll... But? Did you say but?
Thomas Rowe? Definitely.
So Jesus grew up too, and in the Christian Bible it talks about all the amazing healings and other incredible miracles Jesus apparently did when he grew up because he was God's son.
Oh, inside the soul is the power to change the world. So share the love that came from above. It's good news of great joy for every girl and boy and of the people of the
Mission Impossible was incredible!
I'd rate it a 10. I'd definitely go there again. It was very fun.
Right, so when we got there, we went to this like secret agent place. I felt like an actual secret agent. It was like super smoky when we got in, like these things were shooting out as smoke and it was like these silver things around the room and then we had to line up in our pairs and then Tabs was standing at the curtain and we had to like go through the curtain.
I love the sort of like when we came in, it was all like we had the Mission Impossible theme up on the big board, so it had all this spy theme and we had to be well, quote unquote checked as we came in. I really loved that and I just overall love the way that we did it.
We got our own agent names. What was your agent name? Agent Hamster. I don't know what mine was. We had to draw a picture of ourselves, write our name, and where our last mission was. It went through the scanner. It went off on me.
Did it?
Yeah. I got let off. Oh. And we had to come there, and each team had to scream as loud as they could. They had to make animal noises. Yeah. It was really funny to watch. And then Alfie came through and he was walking like this because he had about 20 coats on or something, didn't he? How many coats did he have on? About 11, 12.
I had to go in this room where I had to put on 11 or 12 coats. And I walked out with 11 or 12 coats on, and I was like this. I couldn't even put my arms straight. It was crazy. And then everybody started laughing at me, and I was like, what?
You're walking like a snowman.
Yeah. So I was like this, walking like a snowman.
And then there was this mission on the screen, and then it exploded, and all people went down to the ground.
It was really fun to go around all those areas because it was every 2 minutes you would go around each station and you would learn something different about the story of Easter. And all of it was mostly like a debate and about Jesus.
We went into different rooms to talk about the story of Jesus.
So we went to court and we went on this projector and we answered lots of quiz questions.
There was a courtroom, there was the Garden of Gethsemane, there was the supper room where Jesus did his last thing, where he said with the bread and the wine. There was the one with the doctor, wasn't there? Yeah, where we talked about Jesus' death.
Also a set that looked like the Garden of Gethsemane.
And there was also a scene of the Last Supper, which was the night before Jesus was crucified.
We had to find different items. And then one person found an item of an ear. One person found a sword, and red lips. And then there was these huge red lips. And
my friend Jessica, she cut off my ear with a sword.
And then they called the guards and got him taken away into jail or a dungeon or whatever you call it.
One of them was with Hetty, and she had the skeleton. Also found out where the nails got put in Jesus. It was there, wasn't it? Because if you feel there, there's a little hole there, isn't there? And he got a thorn spike on his head.
we had to crack this code. Then we got to look at a hologram of Mary saying that Jesus died and then came back to life.
I liked
That
when
was
we walked around different rooms in a holographic mirror where we
I
had
loved
to
that we
break
got
the
to
code.
write in the passport, it was really cool.
And we had to break the code in holographic mirror and find these objects.
She showed us where they punctured Jesus and stuff when he was on the cross.
That he came back to life.
Well, it was quite interesting, yeah, because it was quite an interactive learning. It's like we had to make a decision about each story, and those booklets we would write in our decision.
I rated it 10 out of 10 because it's really cool.
And amazing.
9.74257.
9.9999999999999.
The best thing ever.
20 million.
Out of 10.
10 because it was really fun, and I also really liked the Easter story because I like the way that Jesus comes back to life.
Mission Impossible is the best.
I would love to go again.
Okay. Cut.
So Hetty has written, planned and delivers a series of RSE lessons to our Year 5 children. These lessons cover all the statutory elements that we have to deliver in a school, but also a lot of the science side of things as well, but coming from a really Christian approach. So with the mindset that God cares for all children, no matter what background they're from, to make all children feel included, but also really covering some of the sensitive issues that we need to deal with. She also revisits in year 6, she comes back again. She delivers a bit of a recap from what they've done in year 5, but leads on to more of a focus on consent and the impact of things like sleep and diet and social media use, and the choices they're going to have to make when they go into year 7, which are obviously crucial for their future. Again, with that background of thinking that God cares for all of them, wants the best for them, and wants to give them a hope for the future.
In school, every morning we would go to the hall to learn about another 8 stories of the Old Testament.
There was like 40, wasn't there?
We had actions for every story. They were good.
The first lesson that we had, we were learning about creation and the book of Genesis.
The Old Testament is about stories before Jesus was born by Mary.
Creation, all, flood, nation, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Passover.
The story when it goes like, let my people go, and then the other side of the hall says, no. That was my favourite bit.
And how he parted the Red Sea, and the spies, and the promised land. And it was really fun because we would have an interaction, like the promised land, we picked out a few people, and they were the spies. They would have to go in, and you would act as those people, and there were only 2 people that thought it was okay, and the rest didn't. So they believed the rest, but when they actually went in, it was good because God promised that to them.
When we learned about Moses and the 10 Commandments being written on a stone, right?
Yeah.
What? 2 stones, actually.
Yeah.
Tabernacle, I remember that. Offerings and feasts.
Counting and spying.
Wandering and dying.
Etc.
Samson. Samson's hair was the thing what was making him strong.
Yeah, his long hair.
This girl kept asking her, how do you get so muscly? And he said his hair a load of times, and she didn't believe him. But then she decided to cut all his hair,
and then he was super weak.
Deborah!
It's my new icon celebration in football.
It was good, I liked it.
And it was fun doing the acting on the stories.
Yeah.
I wish the Bible was longer.
So there's like more stories.
Yeah, so we could go on for longer and do more.
Because Tabs is the best.
We are so made up with how Impact has grown over the last year. We went from this time last year only having 2 young people who we had amazing conversations with. And so they have grown and things have really taken on. We have such a good time every week with so many young people, just like these guys. Hi!
I really like Impact because I can play games with my friends and meet new people.
I like Impact because the food's like really nice and I get to talk to my friends a lot.
Impact is fun. Every Friday I also see Tabs and Hetty in the playground, and it's a nice comfort to see people who care about me.
Hi, I'm Mrs Wilson at Millscop High School, and I've been working with Safe Space now for 10 years. Safe Space have been coming into Millscop and providing support for our children's mental health and well-being for a long time. They started off running a lunchtime club, and that was once a week, and in the last few years we've developed that support even further. I think the biggest message that Safe Space bring to our children and our students as a community is be kind to each other.
Every Thursday we go to see them at the gazebo and like talk about how our day's been with the traffic light lollipops, and then after school we do 2 clubs and we can help with kids clubs as well, and we talk about how like religion and stuff and how everyone's like mental health.
Okay, compose myself. Hi, I'm Miss Maguire and this is Monty. He comes into school with me sometimes, and Safe Space brings so much value into our school. The young people absolutely love catching up with Tabs and Hetty and the team at lunchtime, and also going to the after school club. And they just love going and connecting and be part of a community.
Hi, I'm Katie Robinson, very proud head teacher here at Greenbank High School. Safe Space have been working with Greenbank for many years now. It really does make a big difference.
So during Safe Space, we offer the students a time of reflection to think about how they're feeling at that moment, or reflect on their week, how their week's gone, or what might happen at the weekend. Here at Greenbank, our Safe Space is on a Friday. But more than that, what I really think is of value to the kids is that when we present them with the list of emojis that they get to choose from to identify their feelings, they really think about it and pick the one that best represents how they're feeling at that time. So we're helping to develop the social and emotional learning so that they're able to understand their own emotions and to communicate that. So it's not just a matter of, yeah, I feel fine, but it's okay, how does fine look for you? And so we have brief conversations with the young people and really get them to reflect on how they're feeling.
With my anxiety, I do feel like I can be myself.
It makes them feel so empowered and heard, and it gives them the opportunity to speak about their day and their week and just have someone to support them through how they're feeling.
I always love it when they share that they're feeling really good, and it gives us an opportunity to say, how can you spread that feeling to others around you?
Safe Space have also supported Millscott with our journey on looking after our children's mental health and well-being. In the last few years, they've introduced a system that records the children's feelings on the day that they come to visit. It's a red, amber, green system. The children check in by pressing a button, and then we get that feedback from Tabs and Hetty to say how our children are feeling on that particular given day. That's split up into year groups so we can have a measure and we can compare every term and every half term how our children are feeling, and if we get lots and lots of red flags, then those are the children that we can pick up and ask them if they need some extra support. So that's an absolute bonus for us.
It's great to hear as well how our children are doing as a kind of a more collective cohort, and seeing what that tells us in terms of helping to plan and put in activities for the children. So whether that's just here at Greenbank or actually looking at the data across the other schools as well, we do tend to see those same trends with teenagers and, you know, all of those things that they're facing.
It helps you to like support others, and like it helps you to like share each other's feelings and stuff and share everyone's point of view.
It's just an amazing opportunity for the young people to be heard and to be listened to. In school, it's so busy and it's fast paced and it's moving from lesson to lesson with short time in between. So it gives them the chance to just take a breath and have someone listen to them and to feel safe in doing so.
Youth Alpha helps us to like know how to answer questions like people may ask about religion, and it helps us to understand religion more.
It's a weekly thing, so we offer that consistency, and that's so important with the development of relationships.
Looking forward to working with you again next year, and a huge thank you on behalf of all the students.
We love Safe Space!
And Hetty worked in our primary, so I was happy to see them in high school to know that I could still talk about stuff.
Also, because they're in our primary school, when we got to secondary school, it was like better because that meant we got to know more people through Hetty and Tabs as well.
I'm looking forward to all the friends which I'm going to make, all the things that I'm going to do, all the new classes and stuff. I'm just going to enjoy it.
In primary school, I
I only just started with my anxiety. So when Tabs and Hetty always came in, I felt relieved and that I could talk about that and that I could be myself.
When we finish primary school, we always know that there is a place to go when we're in high school if we need to talk to anyone.
It also helped us to know them better, which means when we went to clubs we could talk to them more because we already knew them, so we knew that we could tell them stuff.
It'll be fun. They've always been fun. I'll always enjoy myself. No, it will always be good, yeah.
Oh, because he trumped.
I think so.
He's trumped.
He's camera shy.
Or is it you?
No.